Did you know that Brock almost caught Charmander? On their way to Vermilion City, our protagonists come across a giant shadow, to discover that it was just a Charmander perched on a rock. Pikachu talks to it and tells us that the Pokémon is waiting for his trainer, who promised that he would come back for him. Arriving at the Pokémon Center, it starts to rain and some bad-looking boys show off their Pokémon, learning that one named Damien abandoned his Charmander. So they run in search of it, seeing how it is attacked by some Spearow, to be saved by Pikachu. With great difficulty, they manage to take it to the Pokémon Center. After a long night, Brock tells us that Charmander fled. So returning to his path and with the intervention of the Team Rocket, Charmander appears to save the protagonists. Damien, now he is willing to take it. But Charmander refuses, chasing him away with the help of Pikachu. Finally, Ash suggests that Brock stay with it, but Brock, being a good friend, lets Ash stay with him, since he was the one who covered the flame on his tail. Lost in a forest, Misty sees an Oddish which she tries to catch, but when she throws the Pokeball at it, a Bulbasaur opposes it. Ash takes out Butterfree but loses the fight and both Pokemon escape. Crossing a somewhat dangerous bridge, Brock falls into the river. And in their search, Ash and Misty are left hanging from a tree. But suddenly, Brock appears and rescues them, saying that a girl had saved him. Arriving at her house, she tells us that her name is Melanie and that she is dedicated to taking care of those Pokemon in the forest that are injured or have been abandoned, and that she is the creator of the traps. At that moment, Team Rocket appears to do their thing, but Bulbasaur and Ash manage to stop them. Now, Melanie tells us that Bulbasaur has always protected the village, but she asks Ash to take it away so its bulb can grow better. So after its capture, they say goodbye and continue on their way to Vermilion City. On their way to Vermilion City, our protagonists fall into the trap of some Squirtle, but upon hearing the police siren, they flee. Upon arrival, Officer Jenny asks the three protagonists if they are okay, and takes them to her workplace where she informs them that the previous gang is called the Squirtle Squad, and that they were abandoned by their trainers. So they became wild and from then on, they dedicated themselves to making pranks around the city. So after a plot in which Team Rocket joins up with Squirtle Squad, they along with Meowth take the protagonists to a cave. Ash manages to get out and is unconscious for a whole day. So Officer Jenny ends up taking him back to the cave. But when they arrived, there was no one there. Worried, he leaves the cave and sees that they were on the other side. Now, Team Rocket attacks them, taking Pikachu, leaving the boss Squirtle immobile and being rescued by Ash. Excited by his bravery, it manages to defeat the bad guys. So after putting out the